Welcome to Sobriety 7. In this video, we are going to cover and talk about how to manage your stress without the use of alcohol if you're looking to get sober. But before we dive in, my name is Cheyenne and my mission is to help you become effortlessly sober with the content or my coaching system. So without further ado, let's hop in. So, stress is one of the biggest triggers that cause people to drink. Let's be real, right? This is the day and age for stress. So, let's talk about stress and how we're going to best manage it without the use of alcohol. So, there are two approaches and we need both of them. Approach 1 and approach 2. Before we jump into that, you must know that everyone has a stress threshold. Every time your stress surpasses that threshold, you get an urge to drink. You might refer to this as your breaking point. The first approach to prevent us from reaching our breaking point can be to get rid of stress in our lives. Now, this could mean ending a toxic relationship, setting boundaries at work, or talking with your partner about what's stressing you so he can support you more. The more we lower our stress levels, the easier it is to stay away from that breaking point. And we want to stay as far away from that breaking point. But let's be realistic. It's impossible to get 0% stress. I mean, if you have 0% stress, well, you're dead. You're a zombie. So we must accept that no matter how much we seek to lower our stress levels, there will always be a baseline because of your kids or your job or just life in general. Which brings me to my next point. Life will undoubtedly throw curveballs at you, and this will increase your stress. This could be unexpected expenses, your kids fighting each other, something going wrong at your business, or being required to do more at work. This is going to raise your stress. So if your only goal is to be in a state of zen and low stress all day, every day, you are literally setting yourself up for major disappointment. Sorry to break it to you, kid. There is no way to avoid bad things happening in our lives. So how do we still prevent stress from increasing so much to the point where we're at our breaking point, where we're about to lose our freaking minds? And that is where the second approach comes into play. That is to increase the stress threshold, or what I like to call stress capacity. Now, this is the ultimate way to never reach a breaking point because you can infinitely increase your stress capacity, unlike getting rid of stress. So, how can you increase your stress capacity, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. You can intentionally put yourself in more stressful situations with the right mindset and learn how to deal with problems most effectively. You can exercise every day. Make sure that every week you're pushing yourself harder and harder, or just consistently. You can learn how to communicate like a master in a high-stakes situation and leave people impressed with how well you handle conflict or any problems in life. When you can use a combination of both decreasing unnecessary stress but also increasing stress capacity, it is very, very unlikely that you will ever reach your breaking point, which is the goal. So if you can learn how to get rid of the FNS, the BS in your life, and increase your stress capacity, that is one less reason for you to drink alcohol. And it will come down to figuring out other reasons you drink and working on those next. But we are going to stick to the topic of stress in this video. You may now say, I know how to manage my stress now, but how do I relax? Let me ask you this. If all the drugs in the entire world were to just disappear forever right now, what would you do instead? How would you relax? That's right. There has been another major problem, a lack of alternative options. This whole time, you've just relied on alcohol to be your only source of relaxation, but never really considered anything else. Now, I should mention that all of these other options will take a little bit more effort. They're not as easy as opening a can or a bottle and drinking, but if you just stop doing what's easy all the freaking time, then you can give other more beneficial things in life a freaking chance. So, here is a list of all the ideas that you can replace alcohol next time you're ready to relax at the end of the day. So this is probably one of my favorites. Taking a hot bath or shower with candles or incense, turning off the lights. You could even turn on some music, like turn on some like rain sound or meditation music. One of my favorites is Norah Jones or Dave Matthews. I'll just turn those on and I'm like, sometimes I'll just like take a bath, but I'll keep the shower on so it feels like I'm being rained on while I'm in the bath. I'll do all of those things. But also lighting incense or lighting a candle. And as you can see, I put a pumpkin because we are close to the holidays. It is almost Thanksgiving. And there's nothing better than a pumpkin spice latte, mocha chocolate latte candle. Anyways, moving on. Next, taking massive deep breaths. Scientifically proven to increase your ability to relax because you're getting oxygen. You're taking time to breathe. I mean, when you think about it, what changes when we're angry? Our breath. What changes when we're sad? Our breath. What changes when we're happy? Our breath. So breathing is a very, very useful and important thing to practice, but we rarely think about taking deep breaths, so we end up spending the entire day with these shallow breaths. You're probably listening to this video like, man, she's right. I need to take some deep breaths. Singing, also scientifically proven to help you relax. Why? Because what you're singing, it's putting you in a good mood, like you're relaxing, you're singing all the lyrics. But I will say this, be mindful of what you're listening to because they are life affirmations. It's like if you're listening to Park That Big Mac, relax, man. That's not relaxing. That's getting you all gangsta. That's getting you all friggin' rap central, right? You want to listen to something chill, calm. I like to listen to worship music. I like to listen to Norah Jones. I'll even pop on some Christmas music, some Billy Joel, like the thing, Elvis Presley. Like I will listen to music that really soothes my soul. When you're listening to that kind of music, it really does help you relax. Again, if it's right before bedtime and you're having a hard time going to sleep, listen to some rain sound. I listen to that every single night. Again, a very important thing to be doing on a daily. We walk at work, we walk around, we walk in the grocery store, but so rarely do we just like get outside, count the trees, count the cars, check out other dogs, right? We live in Florida, so I always like to play this game. I'm like, all right, that stroller coming near us, is that going to be a baby or is that going to be a dog? Because out here, you never know. So doing something where you're outside, like walking and just checking out the trees and getting out in nature, letting the sun hit your face. If it's raining or it's snowing, like bundle up, bring an umbrella, put your snow boots on, still get outside and get outside walking. And it doesn't have to be long. Like I think it was the New Highland University of New Mexico put out a study that 20 minutes is what increases your cerebral blood flow, which puts you in a better relaxive state. So 20 minutes, that's it. 10 minutes one way, 20 minutes the other. 10 minutes one way, 10 minutes the way back. Count the trees or the cars. This helps you expand and open up your eyes. Like all day we're looking at our phones or we're looking at our computers. You'll find yourself getting tired. But if you just go outside and you look at the bigger picture, it actually wakens you up, makes you feel good, and most importantly, connected to nature. And this is probably my favorite right now. I am pregnant. My favorite way to relax is sleep. And it is one of my favorites. But anyways, relaxing sometimes just requires you to catch some extra Z's. We're overstimulated, we're overworked, we're tired, and if you're working through sobriety, you're gonna need some extra naps. It's not a bad thing. Don't beat yourself up like, why am I always sleeping? Journaling is so helpful. This helps you relax. It's brain dumping. It's getting all of your thoughts down onto paper. This is actually scientifically proven to help you relax. Your thoughts can feel very heavy, and journaling lets you dump it all out. Put it all out there. I'm always writing lists and I'm writing sticky notes. You should see the wall in front of me. It is sticky note galore. So writing things down, just getting yourself like a little, I got mine right here. Getting yourself a little journal. Mine says, let go, let God. God bless. And I just write in it every single day. Like when I'm having a feeling or I'm having a thought or I'm having something that I'm working through, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'll just sit there and I'll take a minute. And it really does just take a minute. Once you take a minute, then you kind of get in the flow of it, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I just put 5 minutes down. Perfect. I feel a lot better. I got my thoughts out. Soft music or worship instrumental, right? So not having music with lyrics, it's just like sounds. Like I like to listen to, Beethoven, Mozart, like piano. You can listen to classical, worship music, soft music, rain sound again, meditation music, like any of those just like no lyrics. That is very relaxing. And you can take that candle that you had from the bubble bath, split splash, taking that bath, put a candle out while you're listening to the music. I like to put this light on. It's unplugged. There's a light behind me. It's like an aurora light that I got from Amazon. Very relaxing. Sunlight, 30 to 60 minutes, also scientifically proven to help you relax. We need vitamin D. We need that sun hitting our skin. And if you're in a state that doesn't have sunlight, you can always get a UV red light therapy thing from Amazon, where it's like you just sit in front of a red light for 20, 30 minutes. You could do 60, and then you just sit in front of it, right? It's like if you're reading a book, sit right in front of it. Very relaxing. Other ways you can relax: skateboarding, martial arts, rock climbing, cooking complex recipes, sports like pickleball, complex puzzles, things that really require you to use your mind, because when you do this, you're forcing yourself to not think about how stressed you've been. You're thinking about disconnecting. You're thinking about like, wow, this Rubik's Cube is taking up so much. This is so fun. What me and my husband loved to do when we were eating, we would play chess, where it's like, let's get off our phones, turn off the TVs, break out the chessboard. Now, I'm not saying I'm good at it, right? But I really had to think. I'm like, okay, if I move my pawn, right? If I move this up here, maybe I can eat him. Maybe I can kill him. Never worked. I won one time. I also love to skateboard. That is something that's like death defying, right? Because I live in the city and I'm like, don't get hit by a car. Also, my dogs haul ass skating, pushing me down or like pulling me. I want to be extremely clear. These activities can help you reduce stress, but they won't fix your shitty lives at the core. So just make sure you know that these are alternatives to alcohol, but you still have to prioritize increasing your stress capacity and actually solving problems in your life that are causing massive amounts of stress. If you never deal with the real issues, you will always be looking for an escape to your reality with the easiest option: alcohol. Alcohol just adds to your stress. It never truly gets rid of what's causing it. Your stress is very real and you will need a release, but the way you go about it will determine the type of life that you have. Now look, I know that this was a lot of information and you're probably wanting to rip your freaking hair out. Unless you're bald, then you're like, I wish I had hair to rip out. But I can help you identify your life problems, help you find the life tools to help you with those life problems, and then the action steps so that way you can get to the point where you reach effortless sobriety. So all you got to do, just go to my Instagram right here, click on my messaging, and DM me the word YouTube. And you and I will hop on a call and talk about you joining the community and getting the coaching that it is that you need.